is going to do 117 million.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying if you're Kendrick, if you're the artist Kendrick, you're not looking at it like, God damn, like Beyonce is doing her halftime show 2 months before mine.
What if he comes out and they do Freedom? Then what?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. So demand for tickets to watch the Texans and the Ravens face off in Houston on Christmas Day have soared since Netflix, which will broadcast the game, announced Sunday night Beyonce will perform the halftime show. Online ticket marketplace Vivid Seats said the average price of resale tickets jumped 40% overnight from Sunday to Monday following Beyonce's announcement, jumping from $378 to $528. At SeatGeek, another online ticket seller, the average price of resale tickets rose 9% overnight to make ticket demand 26% higher than the average price to attend a Texans home game. The cheapest seat available as of Monday afternoon was $293. The ticket seller Game Time saw a 25% increase in average ticket price for the event. It jumped from around $600 to $750, a sign that the market is treating this event like a Beyonce concert first and a football game second.
Petition and goes to an actual case. I'm assuming, I do not know, but I assume the Super Bowl has to clear every song that an artist performs at halftime.
Yeah,
I would imagine TV rights, everything. That song has to be cleared to be performed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that looks like. We would have to ask a lawyer, but we can all assume he would not be allowed to perform that. That song would not be cleared if there's legal action with it. Same way if there was a sample clearance problem, you can't perform that song at the Super Bowl until that is cleared.
Let's play the numbers game. Not that I care about it. Do we feel like, and this is just us having a conversation, do we feel like the numbers and the energy around Not Like Us reflect Kendrick's first week album sales?
Oh, you're saying what the magnitude of Not Like Us was versus what did the album do, like 300 something?
324 something? It's pretty on par.
Yeah,
outside of Damn, it's pretty on par for Kendrick.
I will say, like, Not Like Us,
and it was a surprise drop.
Not Like Us was an anomaly, and I'm on the side of, look, they fudged the numbers. They were selling ads at a lower clip. I get all that. Assuming everything Drake said is true. My argument still is that you can't fake cultural relevancy. Like, I've worked at a label. We've put thousands of dollars, sometimes millions, into a record, and you can't trick people into thinking something. Either it is or it isn't. When something, you can add fire to it and make it bigger than it already is. But you can't like trick people into what the culture is quote unquote feeling. That record had everybody. I don't think like it needed all this juice and boost and all this like stuff that Drake is.
Well, it had everybody because it was part of one of the biggest battles in. Of
course, history. No, I'm saying all of that with it. Like that's what made this song what it was. I think if Kendrick just puts out randomly, like, why? Well, this doesn't sound like Kendrick. Obviously, a lot of it has to deal with this moment, but that moment was the moment, and it was perfect for what the beef. Like it was perfect at the time, and I don't think it needed what Drake's accusing them of may have happened, and I do think that stuff is true. But I don't think that song needed that to be this successful. It was such a fucking it was a missile.
I do agree with you. That song was going to be great organically, no matter what. But leaning more into like all these crazy brands that would never fuck with hip hop, starting attaching themselves to it. A lot of that, from a brand's perspective, goes to numbers. So if they're getting a report of what that song is doing, they'll take the risk of saying, all right, we can put this song against certain ads. We can put billboards up that have the lyrics. Like we saw a bunch of brands attach themselves to that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even
that only happens if the numbers match the risk. So if the numbers are fake, a lot of brands aren't going to push that record the way they were pushing it without fudged numbers. So
I don't know.
I don't think with the culture, it affects anything. I think that record surpassing this rap battle to the point that a lot of people probably didn't even know that this was a Drake diss when they first heard it. If you're outside of hip hop, I think fudging the numbers added to that.
If you're Kendrick, are you upset that Beyonce's performing at the halftime on Christmas?
Why?
Why
Would you be upset about that?
Because I think her viewership will be higher than his.
I don't think that a Christmas game is going to get bigger views than this.
Even if it's Beyonce.
Even if it's Beyonce.
It's the Super Bowl, man.
Huh?
It's the Super Bowl.
It's Beyonce.
It's the Super Bowl.
It's Beyonce. Beyonce's bigger than the Super Bowl.
I'm a Beyonce fan. I'm telling you that it's still the Super Bowl. It's not going to happen.
Well, outside.
This is Beyonce. First time she's going to give us Cowboy Carter.
On Netflix, I think that the numbers are going to be insane, but it's still the Super Bowl.
But I'm saying, if you're Kendrick, you don't feel the type of like, damn, why would y'all? That's December. Mine is in February. Like,
No.
No,
I don't even
matter of fact, great. Now you're just adding more credence of artists performing at halftime at NFL games to get people that typically wouldn't watch NFL games and are just music fans to watch NFL games.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think is the second most important thing at the Super Bowl that brings viewership besides the game?
ads.
Commercials. Super Bowl commercials are it. One of the biggest ones.
The Super Bowl.
I know, but one of the biggest ones during the Super Bowl.
Oh, like alcohol?
Doritos, Verizon.
When are the biggest commercials?
Right before the halftime.
Oh,
right.
Right before halftime, right after halftime, like sandwiched between the performance. People, no matter whether they know who Kendrick Lamar or not, are going to be sitting there for commercials.
Who had the biggest commercial last year?
Kanye.
Beyonce.
No, Beyonce had the biggest. She announced that.
I mean, she announced it too. But I thought I read that Kanye iPhone shit surpassed Beyonce.
It might have been Kanye's. You're right. It might be Kanye's. Beyonce's was close. Her Verizon one was close, but I think it was Kanye.
I'm just saying the amount of viewers.
I don't know.
When halftime exists, yes, of course, it can fluctuate with the performer, but at the end of the day, football fans are watching because they're waiting for the game. Regular people that don't like football are watching for the commercials. And also, halftime is the highest commercials.
It's America's thing too. Like, even if you don't care about football, even if you don't care about the commercials, like, you're at a party with your friends. It's America's game.
And like Christmas time.
I don't know. I just seen Beyonce just have silver sold out for a year. The colors. Like, I don't know people that can have a color sold out.
With Christmas time, I've never heard of people like waiting at halftime at the Christmas football games. A bunch of people go because of Beyonce.
So does the NFL. The NFL recognized that too. And guess what
I'm saying? The Super Bowl is going to have music fans plus non-NFL fans plus NFL fans. Like, it's this
same
different
for Christmas
tornado.
Game.
No, it's not.
What?
Oh, please.
You think
Hopefully.
people that are not fans of football don't watch the football game during Christmas? Everybody's in the house, the TV.
Well, people do more.
Yeah, they
people
walk
do
past
watch
the
the
TV.
Christmas game, but
While dad's watching the game.
No, it's not the Super Bowl. I know it's definitely not the Super Bowl. We know that. But I'm just saying.
Mom, dad, son, daughter, everyone is watching the Super Bowl. Christmas time, I think people walk past it. Dad is watching the football game.
They don't have to watch. As long as it's on, they don't have to be sitting there watching it. It's on. What I'm saying is Beyonce brings a way bigger audience to the Christmas game than we're ever going to see.
Absolutely. But you're comparing that to the Super Bowl. That's crazy.
And on top of that, it's not like it's not a random person doing the Super Bowl. This is one of the biggest rappers in the world, off the cusp of one of his biggest moments in the world, the biggest rap beef that we've ever seen in our lifetime. So
this is one of the biggest artists in the world ever. Beyonce.
I'm aware of that, Maul. I'm the Beyonce fan in the room.
Beyonce.
Yeah, but then speak like that then. Speak
I am
like you
speaking like a
understand.
Beyonce fan, but I
speak
also
like you
don't have to
understand
shit
why
on Kendrick to do it.
Who's shitting on Kendrick? I'm saying if I'm Kendrick, you're not looking at the NFL like, fuck, why would y'all put this fucking megastar that's a bigger star than I am on the halftime show 2 months before me? Like, that's a lot of pressure on Kendrick now, is all I'm saying. That's beyond, bro. That's like, essentially, that's like performing after Beyonce. Essentially, even though it's 2 months apart.
It's so different.
Okay.
No, it's not. How is it different?
Okay.
It's
2 months
both
apart.
halftime shows.
I can
Like
explain
this.
it. Okay. Beyonce, Homecoming, Coachella. We would say that's a pretty big Beyonce event.
Yes, that's the Beyonce event.
On Netflix, 1.1 million viewers. Pepsi halftime comparison averages 117 million viewers.
What is that? What are you comparing though?
That on average, no matter what, 117 million people are watching the Pepsi halftime show. Beyonce, you're saying, is going to bring in all these fans. When it was her performance at Coachella, it brought in 1.1 million.
Yeah, but that you can't.
How many people watch? How many people watch the Christmas?
You can't
NFL
compare
game?
performance at Coachella to the fucking halftime show at the
Yeah, it's
Christmas
bigger.
Day game.
It's bigger.
No, you can't. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. A lot of people don't watch Coachella. Like, that's
Average
not.
viewers.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
But you're talking about the Beyonce viewing fans. Like, I mean, we can agree to disagree, but even what were the numbers for the Jake Paul
average
fight?
Christmas Day game? 28.7 million viewers. This is not even comparable.
This will probably crack 30.
Yeah.
And I'm saying if we're bringing in all the Coachella
You think
Beyonce
it's only
fans,
gonna, you think the average
it'll
is
get to
28
30.
million with Beyonce performing at halftime is only going to do 30 million?
I can tell you what, it's not going to do 117. It might get 40. Sure.
Y'all are
We'll
tripping.
double it. Give it 60.
Yeah.
Y'all are tripping, man. Well, we gonna find out. I'm
could-
just saying, if I'm Kendrick, I definitely am like, fuck. Like, this is.
All right. Why I was using Coachella was because that was a big Beyonce event. So you can tack on that amount of new viewership, no matter what, to the 28.7 million viewers. You're still not even getting remotely close to the 117 million viewers for Super Bowl. With or without Kendrick, I think the Super Bowl is going to do 117 million.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying if you're Kendrick, if you're the artist Kendrick, you're not looking at it like, God damn, like Beyonce is doing her halftime show 2 months before mine.
What if he comes out and they do Freedom? Then what? What if he's in an NFL 360 and he has to perform the whole season?
Yo. Rory.
I don't know where you was going with that, but
I'm crying.